everybody, this is Uncle Doug. We're here at the farm today working. Look who it is. One of our helpers. There's Michael. What's your name?
Winston.
Winston. That's Winston. We're here with some of the big goats. See that watering trough over there? Every day we haul about 25 gallons of water in 5-gallon buckets, and somebody has to lift it up over the fence and pour it in that thing. And it's getting old, and it would save a lot of labor. And I'd like to be a little more efficient. Over on that side, we've got new baby lambs to show you. If I can get them in the shot. One's got his head stuck out. So here's the sheep, and there's a recent baby that's about a month and a half old. And then over here, oh, already stripping me up. We got Mama and a couple of brand new babies. One is in there sleeping, and I don't know if I can get close enough to get you shots of them. There's one laying on the ground and one in there walking around. We'll try and get more video later. But what we're doing today, we have a creek right here, and it rained last night, so it's flowing pretty good. And we have been watering the animals on city water, which costs money. So we're going to water them on free water that runs right through our property. So down there's horses, and then there's small goats down there. So what we're doing is taking a water tote. I'm going to run hoses to water troughs on the back side of the fence. We're going to run a hose over to the creek. I've got a deep cycle battery and a solar panel. And so all you have to do is flip a switch. It'll fill the tote. The tote will pressure, because it's up on all these pallets, will pressure the water down to the troughs all the way down, and that's the plan. Anyway, so we've got our big water tote here. Instead of using the valve on the front, which has a custom thread, we're going to use that to drain sediment out of the tank. We're putting our supply line with a seal up a little higher, so we'll get fresh water for the animals all the way down to there. And then if there is any sediment that it picks up in the pump, we'll have a filter in the creek, but just in case, that'll settle down lower. And then if it gets up looking weird up here, we can open the front valve and drain down to where it's clear water. We've got a styrofoam cooler we're using. We had a little mini fridge, but the door was missing, so we may switch up to something like that later. But for now, the battery, the pump, and everything will sit inside the styrofoam, so it'll be rainproof, and go from there. So we're going to update you once we get it all working and stuff. There's Winston. He ran to get me the right part. Lincoln, I'm sorry. Thank you.
You're welcome. And
more later. Bye. Okay. Hey, everybody. We're here. I'm going to show you. We got this all hooked up and working. I think it's pretty ingenious, and we've got one leak. I think I might have broke a nozzle thingy. They were cheap from Harbor Freight anyway. So I got to run to the hardware store and get one thing. But here's the deal. We've got the tote, and it's filling up with water, or was. I turned it off so I could do the video because the pump's loud. And out one side, we have a hose that comes to a splitter where we can turn on this one for this thing, or turn on this one, and it goes on down to the other two, and they each have their own valve. So you don't have to like overflow this one because it has more pressure while you're filling up the one on the end. So the hose is just kind of wrapped along off the ground, and where the goats won't chew on it, hopefully. And it'll feed the horses and the baby goats or whatever we put in those pens. Now here's the tote. What I did was I wanted a sediment to be able to come out this ball valve. So, or to be able to drain the whole system there if we have to. So I used these seals that we had left from the fishery, put a 1.5 inch PVC out through the hole, and connected that to the pipe over to there. And then on the other side, it's the same thing. We've got a pipe coming out there. Right now it's at an angle, so it's kind of up in the air. The water's not hitting it. But this hose comes down here and over into the sheep pen. Then we just took a styrofoam cooler that we had. We got a hose running. Let me open it up for you. So you just take the styrofoam thing off. There's a deep cycle battery in there. Now there's ventilation on the sides. I cut a couple of notches that are going uphill, so cold air can come in and hot air can come out, but rain won't get in because the vent is going uphill. And there's a little transfer pump hooked to the battery. And this one comes out and goes over here and up and into the top center of the tote. And the other one comes out and goes over here and down into the creek. And so all you do is hit the start button and the pump runs and gets the water out of the air out of the line, and here comes the water. And you can see the waves in there from the water hitting it. And it is a 280 gallon per hour pump, and this is 275 gallon tote. So you come down, flip it on, give them hay, watch the level from up on top. You can see how full it's getting. Come down, flip the thing off. That ought to be good for about 5 days of water. So once a week, maybe twice a week, you just flip this on while you're working, put the lid back on it, let it fill the tote, and then all you got to do is turn the valve on each of the things and wait while the water fills up, which you would have to wait filling up buckets at the pump up at the other end anyway. So works fine, except for one leak. I think we're all good. And this also, I got this deep cycle battery cheap at Walmart. It doesn't have to be very big because we're only going to use it every so often. So it was only about $64. And I got a Harbor Freight 1.5 watt solar battery charger that just passively is going to refill. So that line is coming out here. It's got battery cable, like clips, jumper cables to the battery, and it's just sitting up here on top of the goat house, picking up sunlight, and it'll just trickle charge that battery. So whenever we come every 5 days or so to flip it on, we should have a full battery. And it's got a built-in manager so that it won't overload the battery. Anyway, so I call this a success. It's filling the tank easy, and it's going to save a lot of labor for folks around here. The total cost was maybe $200. We already had the tote. We reused hose from the rose garden greenhouse from a long time ago. We got lots of this black hose. So it was just a pump and a battery and miscellaneous fittings, and the little solar charger was like 20 bucks. So pretty good, and saving a lot of labor. Anyway, so I'm going to flip it on and go run some errands and come back later and replace that one leaky thing. And it's starting to green up around here. The trees aren't full out yet, but the grass is getting green. There's Ari. Come here, Ari. And look what a good girl. My little Ginger. Aren't you sweet? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay, got mud prints on me now. Anyway, we'll see y'all later. It's getting to be a beautiful time of year. We'll do some more video so you can see the farm later. Bye-bye. Oh, you know, I was thinking while we're here, P.S. Let me grab my stuff. While we're here, I want to show you my new truck. We got a family that donated a little bit of money for various projects, and we need another vehicle besides the Navigator, which is not healthy all the time. So I got this GMC Sierra. It's a 1999 for $800, and it had a smashed up thing there and headlight, and got a headlight on eBay and pushed the fender back out so the headlight would fit. And it's got dents and stuff around here and there, and it's got 250,000 miles. It's got a little bit of dent in the door there, but it's been a blessing. We've just had it for a couple of months, and it's been a blessing. We needed something we could haul stuff around, get gravel, whatever else, and it's been great for the farm. There's the other battery I got that's going to go up with the windmill on the new greenhouse. As soon as we get the plastic on that and get that, I'll show you all that too. Anyway, More later. Bye.